Hello gorgeous, welcome to another video. I know it's been a while. I've been trying to get my camera to work and for some reason the lens has been looking so weird and I'm not a camera expert, so I'm turning right back to my comfort, which is the iPhone. And you know what? I'm still talking, still showing up. It's just that the quality is not top-notch expertise, which is fine with me, honestly. I'm happy to be getting a video out and be able to talk to you guys. And today we are talking about emotional intelligence in women because this is something that I have built and worked over time on based on doing a lot of deep inner work, handling my own conflicts, analyzing my own weaknesses, and working to improve those. And you know what? As long as you're doing your best and you're actually able to look at your own behaviors, the way that you act and the way that you feel, that is what emotional intelligence is. It's being able to understand how your mind works, how you handle things when things get tough, when things are going well, the difference between your emotional states in given scenarios. This is why women who have emotional intelligence are so understanding of others, and this is why they form really good connections with others and really deep nurturing connections and relationships with not only their men if they're with them, but their female friendships, because they understand emotions so well and they learn to take in other people's emotions, analyze them to know how they work, and then be able to work with those people, with their friends, to understand them the best. And that's what makes a good friend, of course. It's understanding one another, understanding your own needs, and that comes from the emotional basis of human psychology, of course. So the first thing that I want to talk about is conflict, how you handle conflict. The way that anyone handles conflict is the way that you're going to see someone's true character. Conflict will always bring that out because it's when it's not sunshine and rainbows anymore. It's when things get real, it's the real deal, and you're gonna see how they are processing their emotions out loud. Because every single time that we have something that's conflicting in our life that comes up that we did not choose or that we didn't expect, you're gonna see someone's true character. You're gonna see how they react, you're gonna see their own levels of emotional intelligence, and you're gonna be able to use your emotional intelligence to gauge the situation and to protect yourself from that type of harm. So when it comes to conflict, the first thing that I like to ask myself is, how do I handle conflict? When I don't have something that goes my way, when something surprises me, when something doesn't go my way, how do I actually handle my emotions? Because most people in those situations, they do feel discomfort. That is normal to feel discomfort when we don't get what we want, when things don't go the way we want it to. But then the next thing and the most important thing is you need to ask yourself, how do I react? If you need examples, look back to the last time something went wrong, the last time you had a conflict in your life. How did you react? What was your reaction to the other people in that situation? What was your reaction in your mind? Were you exploding with anger? Were you able to put yourself in a composed tone of voice and still speak being angry? Or were you lashing out? Were you yelling? Were you stomping up and down the stairs? Were you verbally attacking everyone else? Having control over your emotions is one of the most important things a woman can have. A man too, but for women, if you can control yourself, you're going to get what you want in life, because you're going to be able to express your needs to people in a way that is clear, in a way that is direct, in a way that is respectful, and in a way that is understandable. It's totally different if you don't have high levels of emotional intelligence to project what you're feeling inside. If that's anger, sadness, you're feeling disappointed with whatever situation's going wrong in your life, if you project all those emotions out aggressively and immaturely to the people around you, you're not going to get what you want, because they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to think that you are incredibly reactive and not trustworthy when things go wrong, and that's probably a true thing. So if you're able to do that, think about really, how can I ground myself when things go wrong? What do I need? Take a brisk walk outside? Is that what I need to do to get some fresh air? And let's say it's the opposite side of the spectrum. You fully, actually, truly believe that you handle conflict very well. Ask yourself truly, did I fully do my best in this situation? Did I do everything I could to keep this situation from getting to the point of an argument or a fight? And if the answer is yes, and you're truly honest with that yes, like you fully believe you handled everything the best you could have and you didn't do anything wrong, then all you have to worry about now is not caring what the other person's going to think of you, not caring what the other person's going to put you down on or think less of you on or blame you for. Now, if you actually did do something wrong, if you take accountability for any of your own mistakes, that's a way better situation to be in, because most of the time when there's an argument, not all the time, but most of the time, there is something that you have done that has triggered the other person, and maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. Maybe it wasn't the right thing to say, and that's fine. But as long as you take accountability for that and you say, okay, this is where I messed up. I can see why they're upset, but now the reaction is still inappropriate. There's things like that to analyze. So the number two thing about how you become more emotionally intelligent is changing how you see people. We are judgmental as humans by nature. It just happens. We are walking down the street, we see people who might dress a certain way or they look a certain way. We make judgments in our mind, but it depends on how you externalize that judgment. The reason why there are women online who hate on other women is because judgment comes from a place of discomfort. It's just externalized discomfort. And the only way to handle these uncomfortable feelings of seeing a woman that is beautiful, seeing a woman that makes more money than them, that's doing better than them, is to bring them down, because all it does is help them lower their own comfort levels. But what I always tell myself is, well, I don't need to be understood by everyone. I don't care if they think badly of me without knowing me, because I know myself. That's the most important thing. If you know you're an honest person, kind person with good values, that's all that freaking matters. Like, whether you're kind, whether you're the most perfect person ever that doesn't exist for those haters, like, you're never gonna be good enough. They're always gonna keep hating. That's just what they do. It's like they're honestly their strength. Like, that's what they do. They just hate, and they're good at it because that's all that they put their energy towards. And so keep in mind that a woman that is, you'll hear this so many times, but a woman that is doing better than you, a woman that is more successful than you, that is kinder and more put together than you, is never going to go out of your way to hurt you. So what does that mean? It means that if a woman is bringing you down, it's because she sees you up on this pedestal, like this angel on a pedestal, and she's like, man, I never was like her, or I will never be able to fully reach that level that she is on. Let me just try to kick her off the pedestal for a bit, because that makes me feel better being down here on the ground. That's what happens. And it sounds so silly, but that's actually genuinely what's going on in their subconscious mind. And they might never admit that, because the jealousy and discomfort is so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable that judgment is how it is manifested. So that's how you can understand. But if you are a woman that can change the way that you see people, before you know someone, try not to make judgments of them. Before you know someone, try not to soak in other people's judgments of them without seeing them for yourself. That is how you become more emotionally intelligent, because now you are learning to trust your own intuition and your own instinct with who people are, instead of soaking up like a chameleon everyone else's opinions of this person. I had this happen in high school. I was on a sports team, and there was this girl who I thought was really sweet, but someone else on my team was saying, oh, she's just not a good person. She's so awful. Just don't talk to her. Don't be friends with her. And so what do you think I did? I avoided that girl for a whole year, trying not to talk to her because of what this other girl has said about her. Turns out the girl who was talking bad was not a kind person, was not a trustworthy, loyal friend at all. And the other girl I started being friends with, and she was an angel, you guys. Even the way she talked, she had a sweet voice, she was beautiful. No wonder this other girl hated on her, because she was a beautiful person from the inside and out. I never heard her talk bad about someone. I never heard her try to bring another woman down. That in itself is inner beauty. Oh my gosh, like, beauty is not just physical. Beauty is 80% energy. It's 80% internal, because that is what changes how you actually appear on the outside, is what you feel on the inside. So now number 3, this one might be one of my favorites because it's so simple. Do more of what makes you feel beautiful and less of what doesn't. So this will elevate your emotional intelligence, because doing things that make you feel beautiful helps you understand what you like and what makes you feel good. And that's one of the best qualities that you can understand about yourself as an emotionally intelligent woman. Emotionally intelligent women simply, they know what makes them feel good and they know what doesn't. And when something crosses the line and doesn't make them feel good, they know how to call it out. They know how to feel about that right away, because they're like, this is not something I like. This is not something I accept in behavior from someone. And then with the things that they do like, they know they love it so much that they appreciate it. Even just thinking about it brings this sunlight and beautiful aura to their energy, because all they have to do now is think of the things they love and it lights them up. People who don't have high emotional intelligence, they lose sight of the beauty of the world. They lose sight of things, simple things that they love. That's why I love the little things. Like, I remember my dad used to go for work trips, and he would travel, and he would always bring home a little sucker for every one of the kids. And it didn't matter what kind of sucker it is, he brought home candy, and I always knew walking through the door, he'd have his work suit on and his suitcase. He would have a delicious little sucker from a different state that he went to that week. And such a little thing, but he remembered every single time. And it was his consistency and also my enjoyment of knowing that he had thought about us and that he loves us that made me feel so happy. And I always learn from a young age to appreciate the little things because I felt special having them. And I wasn't given so much as a child. Like, I wasn't overly spoiled or anything. I had to work for a lot of what I got, especially growing up and everything like that. And so that made me appreciate the little things. Little things are the best things, you guys. This is why in relationships, John Gray says, and men are from Mars, women are from Venus, that for men, they think that the bigger gifts, the bigger things are something they have to wait for or save up for to give to a woman. And for women, it's the opposite in our minds. Like, if it's a little piece of dark chocolate or it's one single rose or flower every week, that stuff adds up. That means way more to us if we had that every few days than one grand thing every month. It's the consistency for us, and it's the thought, it's knowing that this person who loves us thought about us every single day, having those little consistent acts of love that is so much more important to us. So that's why if you learn to appreciate those little things, you're gonna have a naturally more beautiful aura to you because you're just on a happier level. And I fully believe partially that's genetic, is our state of happiness, but so much more of it is environmental and how we train our minds. So if you can do that inner work to find little things that you love and little things that make you happy, it's going to light you up. And now you have this beautiful emotional intelligence and understanding of what makes you happy and what you need, what your necessities are. And then if you're able to communicate those to people, you have to ask for the things that you want. And so that's how you understand yourself. Okay, I know this was a short video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh, by the way, for any of you wondering what this pretty little bottle is, this is my homemade vanilla bean oil. It's my newest favorite thing to do. I have a bunch of these bottles I've been soaking for a couple months, so look at that beautiful vanilla bean. I shake it up and it gets all dark. You can see all the beans moving around. And the smell, you guys, don't even get me started. I used to simmer vanilla beans in water over the stove after using the seeds in like baking. My mom would bring home vanilla beans from the spice shop sometimes, and they smelled so divine. I would like stick my nose in the bottle and smell and be like, this is the best smell ever. And I would like simmer vanilla beans on the stove just to make the house smell good. It's exactly what it smells like. Ugh, I want to drink it up, honestly. So good. So I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, let me know if you have any questions or any video suggestions that you would like to see in the comments. And yes, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.